Hello class, thank you for watching this video and doing your homework. I do want you to have a sheet of paper, so you might need to press pause while you get a pencil and a sheet of paper. You will be turning in some homework problems. But right now, let's just look at this pizza. There were the pizza was cut in 4 pieces. There were 3 pieces left. So we have 3/4 of the pizza left. This pizza, there's the exact same amount of pizza, but it was cut into 8 pieces originally, and now there are only 6 pieces left. So 6/8 of the pizza is left. And this pizza was cut into even more pieces. Originally it was cut into 12 pieces, and there are 9 out of the 12 pieces left. Now if you look at this, these 3 pizzas all have the exact amount of pizzas, but they are represented by different fractions: 3/4, 6/8, and 9/12. These 3 fractions are called equivalent fractions. They equal the same amount. They just have different numerators and denominators, but they represent the same amount of pizza. Okay, we're going to talk about something else. Let's talk about when you multiply something by 1, or 1 whole. If I multiply 5 by 1, 5 times 1, all of you know the answer is 5. 235 times 1 is going to equal 235. 2/3 times 1 is going to equal 2/3. A times 1 is going to equal A, because anytime you multiply anything by 1, you're going to get your original number. So if I have the fraction 2/2, 2 halves, that means I'm using up 2 out of the 2 pieces, which is 1 whole. 5/5 equals 1 whole. 453 over 453 equals 1 whole. A over A equals 1 whole. Anything over itself equals 1. So let's look at the pizza example again. 3/4 times 1 equals 3/4. If I take 3/4 and I multiply it by 2/2, which is the same as 1, I get 6/8, because 3 times 2 equals 6, and 4 times 2 equals 8. 3/4 times 3/3 equals 9/12, because 3 times 3 is 9, and 4 times 3 is 12. This is how we get equivalent fractions, is we multiply the original fraction by 1, but instead of just writing 1, we write 1 as a fraction, something over itself. Okay, so here's a joke. A man walks into a pizza store and orders a medium pizza. The clerk asks, "Would you like that cut into 8 pieces or 6 pieces?" The man replies, "Make it 6. I don't think I can eat 8. Okay, so do you get it? There's a pizza with 6 pieces. Here is a pizza with 8 pieces. Are they the same? Absolutely they're the same. They're equal to each other. Okay, so to generate equivalent fractions, you multiply the numerator and the denominator, the top and the bottom, of the fraction by the same number. This is the same as multiplying by 1 or 1 whole. Whatever you do to one part of the fraction, you must do the same to the other part. Keep it fair. So if I take 2 over 5, 2/5, and multiply it by 3 over 3, 3/3, I get 6/15. 6/15 and 2/5 are equivalent to one another. So we want to find a fraction that is equivalent to 3/8 and has a denominator of 56. We're going to multiply the numerator and the denominator of the fraction by the same number. 3 over 8 times what would equal something over 56? So what we do is we ask ourselves, what can I multiply 8 times to get 56? Well, we know that 8 times 7 is 56. So what you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. So since we multiplied by 7 on the bottom, we're going to multiply by 7 on the top. And 3 times 7 is 21. So 3/8 is equivalent to 21 over 56. Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do on your sheet of paper. I want you to write 2/5 times what would equal something over 15. Now I'd like you to hit pause, write it out, and fill in the blank. If you don't understand it, then you can go ahead and hit play and the answer will come up. If you do understand it and you want to try, and I want you to try, then you can check to see if you have the right answer. So what do you do to 5 to get to 15? 5 times 3 is 15. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So 2 times 3 equals 6. So you should have written down on your paper 2/5 equals. Okay, next problem I want you to do. 4/7 equals 24 over what? Four times 6 equals 24, which you do to the bottom, you do to the top, and 7 times 6 equals 42. Okay, next problem. Reducing or simplifying fractions. To find an equivalent fraction that has no common factors between the numerator or the denominator. That's what reducing or simplifying fraction is. You divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number. 21 over 56. If I divide both by 7 over 7, I get 3/8. 3/8 would be the simplest form for this fraction. It might take more than one step, or more than one way. Divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So here's an example. We started out with 40 over 56, and we wanted to get it in the smallest numbers possible. So we're going to divide. Well, first we divided 40 over 56 by 2 over 2. 40 divided by 2 is 20. 56 divided by 2 is 28. And then we divided it by 2 over 2 again. 20 divided by 2 is 10. 28 divided by 2 is 14. And we divided it again. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 14 divided by 2 is 7. And now we can't go any farther because there's nothing that I can divide 5 by that I can also divide 7 by. So here's a problem that I want you to write down. This is problem number 3, and it's 44 divided by 77. Find the simplest terms. You might want to hit pause while you're working it out. And the answer would be, you see that 44 and 77 can both be divided by 11, so the answer would be 4/7. So 14 over 36 is equal to what over 7? We look at 14 and you're going to 7. Are we getting smaller or bigger? We're getting smaller, so we're going to divide. What can I divide 14 by to get to 7? We divide it by 2 over 2. What you do to the top, you do to the bottom. 36 divided by 2 is 18. Okay, this is a problem for you. This would be problem number 4. And you get 3/7. Okay, class, that's it. Thanks for doing your homework. See you tomorrow. Remember, you have 4 problems to turn in. You needed to have 2/5 equals to what over 15? 4/7 equals what? It equals 24 over what? And then you need to find the simplest form for 44 over 77. And then problem number 4 is 12 over 28. What is the simplest form for that?